in hopes of trying to wipe out this threat to his throne. Of course, the angel appeared to Joseph and told Joseph to flee with the child and his mother and flee down to Egypt, and so they escaped. But think of the terrible slaughter of those babies and the mothers crying out. And we read of that in Matthew chapter 2. Then was fulfilled what was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, we'll go back to verse 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was deceived by the wise men, was exceedingly angry, and he sent forth and put to death all the male children who were in Bethlehem and in all its districts from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had determined from the wise men. Then was fulfilled what was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, a voice was heard in Ramah, which was another name for Bethlehem, basically. Lamentation, weeping, and great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted because they are no more. But according to the Jewish historian Josephus, a few months after Herod's despicable act, the Lord brought judgment on this evil tyrant. Herod contracted a fever as well as some other symptoms. And here's a quote straight from Josephus. Infection seized his whole body. There was a gentle fever upon him and an intolerable itching over all the surface of his body. Continual pains in his colon, tumors on his feet, and an inflammation of the abdomen, and all the men here, brace yourself, and a putrefaction of his privy member that produced worms. Now I'll defer to Dr. Kevin here for a medical examination. But let me just suggest to you that a putrefaction of your privy member, that is not a pleasant way to die. That is an awful way to die. Worms in his privy member. That's a serious ending. And so Herod got his just deserves, trust me. Either he died of a kidney disease coupled with gangrene, or perhaps some sort of venereal disease. But he was buried here, and God brought a severe judgment on King Herod. A putrefaction of your privy member, my friend. Severe judgment.
Privy member.
I think it's nice.